guys, welcome back to my channel. I sent you all much love and light and hope that you're all doing great. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I have something really special for you guys. This is a pick a card reading, and what we're going to ask Spirit to show us is, what do you need to hear right now for whatever stage you are in your life? What are the messages that you need to hear? So I'll channel from Spirit as well as your spirit animal. This reading is actually inspired by Guy, my little golden doodle right there, because he turns 1 today. So thank you guys for everything. I send you all much love and light. If you are new to my channel, my name is Lynn and this is Passionate Heart Tarot. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Let's just jump right in, you guys. So it's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. So just pick 1 through 4, whichever pile is calling to you. These are the messages that you need to hear for your life right now, and it'll also reveal what your spirit animal is if you don't already know. Okay, you guys, so let's just jump right in, and we're gonna start with number 1. So for those of you that picked the first pile, let's take a look and see what messages we'll receive from Spirit. What are your spirit animals, and what do you need to hear right now? So we get the Scorpion and the Seal. Some of you might even be Scorpios that are watching this. Or you might have Scorpio moon or rising in your chart. It's important for you to put yourself in a place that you feel is inspiring. Because that is going to be something that helps your creativity. It's also important for you to know that a new relationship is coming in. I know where some of you watching this feel like you are a catch. You have a lot to offer someone. And I can see, yes, indeed, that is true. You're more beautiful, more handsome than you've ever been. You have this energy of abundance that's around you. You're very healthy. If you've been worrying about your health for whatever reason, just know that like this energy that's around you is truly very healthy. Or maybe you're working on recovering from something. You're going to be back in a very healthy place soon, because that's what's around you now. Definitely the energy of fertility. I can also see that along with this new connection that's coming in, there are some challenges that are here as well. There's a lot of ecstasy that's associated with it, yet a lot of lessons. It has to do with the way the two of you are so similar. The way the two of you speak the same love language, yet you might keep butting heads if you don't see that. So just know that there's a lot of mirroring that will go on between the two of you. You are so similar. As much as you like to receive love, so does this person that's coming in. They might even be in the same field of work as you. And a big challenge is the way that they make you look at yourself and see the truth about yourself. But it's actually very positive. That's where the challenge is. It's not always easy for this person to be honest with themselves. And that is part of the challenge, because this person makes them see themselves, it's positive because they see all of the good and they're able to release what it is that's hurting them. Because I know here where someone is incredibly hard on themselves And you have just like this new energy of a new person that's coming in that makes you take a good hard look at yourself. And that's when all of the healing begins. That's when this energy of forgiveness is here. So don't worry, if you've been alone for a while, you're not going to be alone much longer. You guys are so alike in a lot of ways. You might even have the same birthday. Or like the numbers are going to be very significant to the two of you. I know that this is something that is going to bring out the best in you. For those of you that are already in a romantic relationship and you don't want a new partner, there's a new relationship that's coming in undoubtedly. So it could even be like a business partner or someone, a new friend that really challenges you to look inward. So what I can see coming in is starting to feel a lot better. And I think that what might help is knowing that others around you can see everything that you bring to the table as far as your creativity, your passion. You're very inspirational. A lot of it stems from how hard you work, but it's also just who you are as a person. It's not shallow, but it's how well you take care of yourself and how good looking you are. It inspires others to follow you. So there's a lot of praise coming through from Spirit that you should be very proud of yourself, proud of your accomplishments, proud of who you've become. And it's important for you to know that you are loved. You are loved by everyone that you meet. So let go of whatever this is that's hurting you, especially like these negative thoughts that you think about yourself. Because it's not healthy for you. It's not something that you should continue to do. So the message here is to try and stop looking back at the rejections that you faced. It's important for you to look forward. And it's important for you to know that you are laying a very solid foundation for yourself, one that you can truly build on. So where you've already come so far, you still have so much beauty ahead of you. So if you've been wanting a passionate connection, that is something that's absolutely coming in. But in that passion, I can also see mirroring. So it'll be important for you to treat others the way that you would want to be treated, because that'll just make things go more smoothly. Leo's energy is also coming through, you guys. So you might have Leo in your chart, sun, moon, or rising, or maybe you have a Leo on your mind. If you've been trying to conceive, There's a lot of energy here of happiness and creation. You might even find out that you're having a boy. That's for those of you that are pregnant. If you're someone who's looking to raise your vibration somehow, you should bring sunflowers into your home. And it just might be a good idea overall to bring fresh cut flowers into your home. Maybe even give as a gift to someone. Because for some of you, I do see this energy of being able to resolve a dispute peacefully. And you may not realize how peacefully it can be done with just a simple gesture like that. It's really important for you to know what others think of you and how they do look up to you and how they do want to be like you, and how what you think of them means so much to them. So I know that you might look at yourself as someone who still needs to make a lot of improvements. But to others, I mean, you just shine so bright. And you truly are an inspiration. So continue to work as hard as you've been working. Because it's all paying off right now. And it will continue to. What you do now is something that is like paving the way. It's building a solid foundation for yourself. So you are on the right track. And once you just make peace with these feelings of rejection and maybe any grudges that you are holding on to, it's gonna bring so much happiness and positivity into your life, and it's what's going to actually align you with this person's energy that is so similar to yours. There is someone around you that's thinking a lot about the mistakes that they made when it comes to you. Might not even be a romantic partner. It could be a parent. It could be a sibling. And what they want you to know is they acknowledge what they did that was wrong, because you are someone who has always been there for them. And I know that there's a lot of energy of hoping for a fresh start. Even though you might not trust them enough to take a chance right now, there's so much energy here of hoping that you'll forgive them, hoping that somehow you guys can move forward. And it's important for you to know that I see you are in the energy of being able to forgive. You have a lot more power than you realize. All right, you guys, so that is what I can see for those of you that picked the first pile. All right, you guys, so for those of you that picked the second pile, let's get right into it and see what messages we receive from Spirit. So I wonder if any of you that pick this are a Leo or a Capricorn, because you have that energy coming through, or maybe you have that moon or rising in your chart. Your spirit animals that are here are the hippopotamus and the cheetah. I can see where some of you might feel like you're in this space where you don't really know what to do right now, and you feel anxious about what decision you should make. It's important for you to know that once you do make that decision, it's going to be something that has a very permanent result. So it's important for you to choose wisely. And don't be afraid that you're going to make the wrong decision, because you just have so much energy around you of support. Support and people that want to help you, be by your side and go with you through these challenges. It's really important for you to know that you have so much positivity. For those of you that are in this place of feeling very, very uncertain, just know that everything is going to be all right. It's going to balance out. Everything is going to work out. And you have so much happiness that's coming in for you. There's a lot of energy here of new life, of creativity, of creation. So if you've been trying to conceive, or if you are pregnant and wondering about how everything is going to go, this blessing is coming into your life to bring you so much happiness. If you're wondering about the gender of the baby that you're going to have, it's going to be a boy. It's going to be a boy, okay? Very important for you guys that are wondering that to know. I just see where there is someone who's so wrapped up, but what you need to hear from Spirit is the way that you're really doing a lot more to stress yourself. You're doing so much to stress yourself out that you don't need to do. And it's really important for you to change your mindset about blaming others. It may not be the easiest message to hear, but there's just a need here for someone to take responsibility, because I know that it's going to make them feel much better. There's a message for someone to do a lot of self-reflecting and just to realize that nothing is standing in their way but their own worry and their own thoughts and their own hesitation. So if you want to be free from that energy, you can, because I can see where the hard times that you've gone through in this particular cycle that you've gone through is over and you've passed. You've learned what you needed to learn from that situation, and now it's time for you to lean on your closest friends and family, because they're going to be the ones who help bring you from this dark place to the light and the positivity. So just know that the message for you is you have so much to look forward to. And you're going to see that everything works out. It might even be really important here for someone to consider talking to a doctor about an imbalance maybe in their hormones. If you're watching this and you feel like something hasn't been quite right with you lately, the message coming through from Spirit is to get your hormones checked out. So a lot of messages coming through for someone's health, mental health, and their physical health. And once you take the steps that you need to take, you'll see how fast everything progresses in the right direction. You don't have anyone that's judging you. You're the one that's judging yourself too harshly. In fact, you have so much support, so much energy of people around you who truly do care for you and care about you and just have your best interests at heart. So where you might be in a dark place now, what you need to hear and what you need to know is how beautifully everything is going to turn around, and you are on the right path, and you will soon find yourself feeling very balanced and very stable and much better and secure. So your two spirit animals are the hippopotamus and the cheetah. So just know that whenever you do see images of these animals, it is to remind you that you are on the right path. And once you just take that first step forward, everything is going to fall into place. All right, you guys, so that's what I can see. That's a lot of really positive and uplifting messages coming through from Spirit for those of you that picked the second pile. Let's look into this Sun card. If you've been down lately, especially for those of you that have broken up with someone recently, or maybe even had someone break up with you, you've spent enough time reflecting on what you think came between the two of you and what you think went wrong. And I can see where you've spent enough time focusing on the mistakes that you feel you've made. It really is time for you to focus your energy in another direction, particularly on what you want to come into your life. Now is a really important time for you to confide in those that are closest to you, especially your best friend. Because I can just see this energy of a kindred spirit that's right next to you that wants to be there for you and help take care of you and help you get through this very emotional time that you might be in. And if you've been lashing out in ways that you regret, your people around you understand why you might be short or why you might have like a tense energy around you. They understand it, they're not judging you, and it really is time for you to focus on what it is that you enjoy to do the most, whether it's like a hobby or a craft or whether it's a hobby or a craft. That's what I can see. I know that there's some of you here that really enjoy puzzles and like games like that and solving things like that. It's really important for you to put your energy into what you enjoy doing the most. And don't worry so much about all the work that has to get done. Because I know where you have a lot on your plate, but it's also really important for you to play as hard as you work. And just know that any disputes that you've had recently will be resolved very peacefully. So there's so much strong energy here of Capricorn coming through. Some of you might have a lot of Capricorn in your chart, like sun, moon, or rising. Or maybe you have a person on your mind that has sun, moon, or rising Capricorn in their chart. There's a huge message here from Spirit to cut your losses. And I don't say that to be cruel, but I mean, that's just what the energy here is. You were able to break free, and you have to think very carefully about considering going back to that connection that you broke free from, because it's still the same energy of heaviness. It's still the same energy of not really knowing what you can and cannot trust about this person. And if it's already been something that's been such a challenge for you to deal with, you'll remain in that energy with this person, because it's not something that is meant to... I can see where you've learned your lessons already with them. So it's not something that you have to keep going back to and seeing if the results are going to be different, because they're not going to be. That's why there's so much emphasis here on being careful about the decisions that you make, because you might get yourself into a situation that is not so simple to get out of. What I'm getting at is some of you that might go back to this person, you might find that you conceive a child together, and therefore that's something that will keep you bound to this person. And if it's already been something that's that you walked away from once, just think about the reasons why you did. And if you want to be that permanently tied to them. And if the answer is no, then it's definitely something that you should choose to leave in the past. Sagittarius energy is coming through, you guys. So you might have Sagittarius sun, moon, or rising. It's important for you to know that you're gonna find so much balance coming in for you very soon. And you're already, where you are now is where you should be. You're already on the right path. Don't, you're going forward. Don't turn around and walk in the other direction. Continue going forward with what you're doing. Because you chose the right path. And when you get to the end of it, there's so much success and abundance, and you are close. You're gonna find that it's like light at the end of the tunnel. What it is that you've been waiting for so long to come into your life, whether it's friends or relationship, or even just like finding balance, figuring out where you belong and what you're good at. That's what's coming in for you. I just see where there's this energy of just heaviness, worry, but please know that what you have coming in is something that's going to make you incredibly happy. You're gonna find that the things that you feel are broken within you are gonna be healed very soon. All right, you guys, so there's a lot of beautiful messages coming through, and this is what Spirit is saying you need to hear right now. This is what you need to know right now. And let's go into the third pile. Okay, you guys, so for those of you that picked the third pile, let's take a look and see, what do you need to hear right now, and what are your spirit animals? So your spirit animals are the bee and the crocodile. I know that you guys have been working very hard lately, and it's important for you to know that what you have coming in is a reward, and what you have coming in is balance and someone that you can share your life with. If you are already in a relationship, things are gonna be taken to the next level as far as commitment, because what I can see coming in for you is marriage. You have someone that is going to be incredibly devoted to you. And sometimes things need to happen. And I know where it can make you feel lost. It can make you feel powerless. But just know that whatever it is that has ended for you recently is so that new energy can come your way. If you were dealing with someone that you felt was dishonest with you, it's important for you to stop taking responsibility for that person's actions. Because I just see here where there's this energy of someone feeling like they wish they could have done more. They wish. It's important for whoever is watching this to stop blaming yourself for the outcome, especially if you've had a loss recently. There's nothing that you could have done to prevent it. And it's really important that you forgive yourself for whatever this is that you're blaming yourself for. You worked very hard. You were very responsible. And you'll see that you have like this energy of being rewarded. That's what's coming your way. So just look at it as something that was fate, something that was always meant to happen. And it did happen at the right time. That's especially important for those of you that recently lost someone. Just know that there's nothing that you could have done to change the outcome of that. So it's important for you to stop taking responsibility for things that you shouldn't. If you had a relationship come to an end and it was because of deception, you passed your lessons. You should be very proud of yourself. And because you had to go through something so difficult like that, what the universe is sending your way is the kind of connection that helps you forget about the past. Once this person enters into your life, and they are coming, some of you are gonna meet your spouse soon if you haven't met them already, because the energy that's around you is for me to tell you that you will not be alone. And it's what you have coming in next is marriage. That's where the next connection, it's going to lead to marriage. So you might already be with them now, and just know that this is the one, and it's going to progress because it's what you deserve after everything that you've gone through. So some of you might have Taurus in your chart. I don't know if I mentioned that, sun, moon, or rising, but that energy is here. If you feel like you're different and it's been hard, you feel like it's been hard for you to be accepted by either your friends or those around you, it's time for you to stop worrying. Time for you to stop worrying about what others think of you. Because if you've been separated from your family based on different views, maybe even different religious beliefs, I know where there's this energy of missing you so much and wanting to welcome you back. You may be worried about taking that first step, but I can see that once you do, it's something that's going to bring so much happiness into your life, and it is something that's going to help you release the worries that you have and the fears that you have. Losing you, when they lost you, it felt like they lost a huge part of themselves. And what they want more than anything is to be able to have you come back around. That's a message for those of you that feel like you've always been misunderstood by someone. And maybe because of that, you made the choice to just remove yourself from the situation. There's just so much energy here of missing you and wanting you to come back. Okay, I'm gonna look at this. More focus needs to be centered on your accomplishments, and more focus needs to be centered on yourself rather than what this is that I can see that someone keeps worrying about. Focus that energy on something positive. And it will help restore the balance in your life. It'll help restore your self-confidence. And there's just so much emphasis from Spirit to let you know that everything happened just the way that it was supposed to. And everything is balanced now because of it. Okay, you guys, that's what I can see. A lot of really important messages for what you need to hear right now. Let me look at the Seven of Swords. Where you feel like you've invested so much, and I can see all of the hard work, because there's just so much emphasis here on how someone has worked so hard and then they're wondering like if they're gonna get all the, the rewards from everything that they've done. Yes, you are. That's what's really important for you to know. And it's something that has taken so long, but the energy is changing, And you'll find that things are going to move a lot faster. If you allow yourself to be in the energy of trusting, and if you allow yourself to release any suspicions that you have, it'll only help the energy that much faster. So the big emphasis here from Spirit is about trusting what lies ahead, trusting the process, knowing that you couldn't have done anything different to change it. And you have this energy coming towards you of someone who's going to help share in the responsibilities that you have. The person that's around you now, for those of you that are already in a relationship, I can see things progressing to the level of marriage. And for those of you that are single, the person that's coming your way next is bringing that energy of marriage, of a spouse. There's so much potential for you to meet your spouse. That's who's coming your way next. And it does have to do with the way that you deserve it because of everything that you've gone through. All right, you guys, so that is what I can see for those of you that picked the third pile. That is your message from Spirit, as well as your spirit animals, the bee and the crocodile. So just know that when these animals appear to you, and it could be quite literally in person, or it could be like on TV, on your phone, that kind of energy, just know whenever you see them, it's to remind you of the messages and that you are on the right path and that you do have something very special coming in, and to release any energy that you have of holding on to regret or feeling like you could have done something differently to change the outcome. Just know that everything happened as it was supposed to. All right, you guys, so that is what I can see for you all. Okay, so for whoever picked the fourth pile, let's take a look and see what is your spirit animal and what messages do you need to hear from Spirit right now. So the animals are the mountain goat and the panda. So you guys might even be Capricorns watching this, or have Capricorn moon or rising in your chart. There's a huge message here for someone to try and stop looking back and maybe fighting for the wrong things. Because I know that what you have coming in is something that you've waited so long to receive. Aquarius energy is here. So you guys might have Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. That energy is here. If you're alone right now and you are longing for a relationship, it's really important that you just enjoy your solitude, because if you're single right now, it's for a good reason. It's because there's things that you need to work on in yourself, particularly regaining your self-esteem. Because I know that some of you have dealt with someone that was unfaithful. And I also know that it's important for you to think about why you are still fighting for that connection if you are. What is it that keeps you there? Because the message from Spirit is to stop fighting for that. Stop looking back at that, because you may not realize that it stems from a place of things that are broken within you that need to be worked on. If you're looking for someone to help heal within you what's broken, only you can do that within yourself. So there's a huge message for what you need to hear right now is to stop looking back at the past and stop putting your energy towards the past. Because as you are alone and you regain your self-esteem, you may not realize that all of these blessings are being prepared for you. But the thing about it is that in order to receive them, you have to be in a certain vibration, especially for those of you that want this wish of like love coming into your life. It is going to come in. A connection that just brings positivity and love like you've never felt before. But if you're in a lower vibration, you won't be able to receive this person's energy. So if you are alone right now, try not to fight it. Just try to enjoy the tranquility of it. Focus on what it is that you find very positive about yourself. And stop focusing on what it is that you felt you got gypped out of. Stop focusing on connections where you felt like you weren't given the attention that you deserve, or you just gave so much of yourself and received so little in return. Because I see where that energy, I see it here. And it's important for you to, all that energy that you're sending out, to give it back to yourself. What you need to hear right now is that you are going to be a blessing in someone's life. And when they get to have you, they're going to feel like they've just been given the most beautiful gift. I can see where, although you might be very hard on yourself, it's important for you to know just how well you are doing and just how blessed you truly are, just how beautiful you are from the inside out. There's so much energy coming through of you are rising to the next level. And you shine like a star. There's a lot of energy here of someone who might even be in the public eye. Because I just see where I see the energy here of someone who is very shy. Almost doesn't even, it's like they're a figurehead or they're in the public eye, but part of them doesn't really like the attention that they receive. It's important for you to hear that this is a path that you're destined to go down. So don't fight it, just enjoy it. Because I know that there's so many people who would wish to be in the position that you're in. I'm not saying that you're taking it for granted. I'm just saying that the less that you fight it, the more at peace you will be. Okay, you guys, I want to look at this star. And Gemini's energy is coming through. You guys might have Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, Aquarius, Capricorn. All of that energy is here. There's definitely good news coming in for you. If you've been waiting to hear maybe hear back about like a casting call. That's what Spirit is saying to me, a casting call, or some kind of opportunity. It's especially to like performance or the public eye or something like that. It's important for you to know that you are going to hear back and you're going to receive good news. And for others of you, it's just like this energy coming in of positivity, something that you've been wanting. And it's not just any old thing. It's something that's very important to you. And like you almost put it so high up on a pedestal that you feel like it's unreachable. Hoping to have it, but then at the same time telling yourself like, oh, that'll never happen for me. I'll never get that opportunity. You have a message that's coming in for you very soon about that opportunity that it is going to be granted to you. So that is what you need to hear. There's a lot of emphasis here on self-love and the importance of it. The importance of giving too much of yourself away to people who don't deserve it. And channeling that energy back into yourself. Whenever you feel like you start to look back at the past, it's important for you to think forward. And if you feel like you've just received so little lately, and you're in this energy where you feel like you deserve so much more, what you have coming in is what you've been wishing for, longing for. Whatever that wish is to you, whether it's a relationship, some of you want to buy a house, some of you want a deeper connection with the person that you're involved with. I just see where good news is coming your way. And to usher this in, it's important for you to put more energy towards yourself, building yourself back up. And also pay attention to whoever it is around you that's trying way too hard. Because they're trying to cover something up. If there's something about a person's energy that seems kind of off to you, something seems kind of fake, something seems kind of phony, you have to trust your intuition because they're trying to hide something. It's the person like who's doing way too much and it doesn't seem right because it's not right. There's an unfaithfulness in their energy. For some of you, it's like a lover that you're dealing with, and for others of you, it's like someone who's just like kissing up to you so much. They're not doing it. They're doing it for their own motives, ulterior motives. So just be mindful of, because you already can feel their energy. So trust your instincts. Libra's coming through as well, you guys. You might be Libras here or have Libra moon or rising, or maybe you're dealing with a Libra. It's funny because like the less effort that you put towards something, the better you'll feel. What I'm saying to you is all of this effort that you're putting towards something from the past, trying to fix it, it's not going to turn the energy around, and it's not going to make this person change. So that time and effort is better spent elsewhere, especially on yourself. All right, you guys, so that is what I can see for those of you that picked the fourth pile. All right, you guys, so that is the messages that I have for you from Spirit for what you need to hear right now in your life, as well as your spirit animals, what animals are around you and watching over you. Thank you so much for being here with me for another one of the videos. Please don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you guys for everything, and I will see you in a few days.